Hello, everybody, and welcome in. This is episode 4, our week 3 recap. I am joined again by Blake Roberts and Matt Roberts.
What's up, cuz?
Blake seems to be occupied at the moment. Anyway,
What's up, guys?
this was a very interesting week. I lost again, so that was pretty difficult. I thought it was just
Pretty awesome.
just a strange week of football. You had the Bills on the road in Minnesota. They were 17-point underdogs by the betting lines, and they ended up winning and had a 27-point lead at halftime. Cleveland won, first time in like 2 years. The Cardinals actually almost won, so it was just a weird week of football. What do y'all think?
Yeah, it was crazy, but really fun to watch, I thought.
So crazy.
It's Baker
man.
time.
And Detroit beat the Patriots.
What the heck?
What is up with
What the
that?
heck? Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane.
I had Tom Brady in some of my daily leagues, and I lost some money.
And Eli Manning looked like, a Hall of Fame quarterback, which everybody seems to look like against the Texans. So,
yeah, of course.
yeah.
Right. Even Blaine Gabbert.
Yeah, so it was a very, very interesting week of
Wow,
football.
wow.
Anyway, let's move into our first question. Who is the most surprising players thus far, individual fantasy players from the season thus far? We're 3 weeks in, so which is pretty good amount of data we got on people. Who surprises y'all in a bad way, and who's surprised you that you didn't think would do so good? Let's start with you, Matt.
In a bad way, I gotta say Derrick Henry. I gotta show some love to Dad because he needs it now more than ever, it seems like. But Derrick Henry has not panned out at all. He's gotten a massive workload but hasn't done anything with it.
Who is your good surprise?
That one, it's actually like, I put this guy in a general pool of players, but Kenny Galladay, he's been a stud for Detroit. Kyle, you said this earlier, is without Ebron, you think Detroit can support 3 wide receivers, and so far it looks like
And
it.
honestly, I think Kenny Galladay is the most talented out of all 3, too. I really do. I love him.
Oh, yeah.
Whether that translates to number 1 fantasy production of the 3, I'm not 100% sure, although so far it looks like he's been doing it, so that's pretty exciting.
Yeah,
Great draft.
that's a good
pick
one.
by Steven. Blake, who do you got?
Bad surprise first, and I will own up to this one. Rex Burkhead has looked awful and can't even stay on the field because his coach won't give him touches, and now he has a neck injury, and yeah, he's kind of been a negative surprise because he's done absolutely nothing. So, and I spent 5th round draft capital on him, so that's another downer. But and then my good surprise, you'll like this one, Kyle, but it's been Michael Thomas.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I already knew that he was like a stud in PPR, but to be doing what he's doing, like he's only dropped 2 passes out of 40 targets.
That's not actually a drop.
That's not even drops. That's just he hasn't caught
Yeah.
2 out of 40 targets.
That's insane.
Which is just amazing.
That's
so,
a 95%
that's fine.
catch rate of targets.
That's ridiculous.
That's so insane. Anyway,
Yep.
I have a couple surprises. The bad, I would say, I thought he'd do better. I was concerned going into the year about the Cardinals' offense, but I just thought David Johnson would get enough work and they'd move the ball enough. We'd seen history of Sam Bradford, at least, moving a little bit. But David Johnson has surprised me, and I still think there could be greener pastures ahead with Rosen coming in now. We'll see. But yeah, I'm lucky that he wasn't there when I was drafting because I would have definitely drafted him and probably been disappointed.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, apparently Spencer thought he would be a good choice, too.
Well, I think everybody really did. I mean, in some leagues, I think he even went number 1 overall, especially in a PPR like we have. So
Yeah, that's a little much.
Yeah.
So anyway, good surprise. Anytime you're in your second year, really your first year playing, and you break touchdown records set by Peyton Manning, you are a good surprise. And Pat Mahomes has done that. He's got 13 touchdowns through 3 weeks now, passing
the
touchdowns. I mean, that's just ridiculous. And I honestly don't see it stopping anytime soon. Right now, I calculated out, he's on pace for like 70 touchdowns through the year.
That's
the record
ridiculous.
is what, like 50?
Newsflash, that would be a record.
No, like not just a record. He would have broken it by like 20 more. So that's just
crazy.
That's just,
It's possible.
Keep it up, Pat.
It's
Keep it
it's
up.
possible he gets more.
it's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. That offense is amazing. Anyway, let's everybody get out your whistles. We're going to roll into the trade rapes since last episode. There were...
I think we need to rename this segment. I think that's a little too poor taste for me.
Okay, let's call it They Got Baylored.
Oh, okay.
No, that's just as bad. No.
Sorry.
Gosh, this is a family show.
Is it? Moving on.
How about taken to the cleaners?
Yeah, that's lame. We'll discuss this later.
I know.
I think we had two that were definitely whatever Blake wants to call them, PC version of our segment name. Both of them, sadly, were done with what's his team name? Your dad's team name?
Timophilus.
Yes,
Timophilus
Timophilus Flew.
Flew.
Yes. Both involved him, and I think he was on the losing side of both. So, Matt, let's talk about this first one. Aaron Rodgers for Sammy Watkins. What do you think?
Okay, so my dad asked me, because I was trying to trade with Caleb at the same time that he was, and he asked me, is this a fair trade? And he holds up the phone, and I can't believe what I'm seeing. And I'm just like, yeah, that's pretty fair. And then it ended up being Caleb totally destroyed him in that trade. I didn't think he was actually gonna push the button to like send it, but oh my gosh.
Well, I mean, if Sammy Watkins actually gets on Mahomes' good side and turns into Tyreek Hill light, maybe it's actually not as bad as we thought.
It's actually
Agreed.
looking pretty good based on last week, but I mean, Aaron Rodgers is just a young stud.
From the first,
and he's a Packer.
the first 2 weeks.
I actually don't hate it that much at all.
Me too, but this trade happened after the first 2 weeks, and at that point,
Right.
I did very much hate it. But now that he's got the touchdown, and he actually scored more than Tyreek Hill, I think, this past week. So there's hope that it actually ends up being all right.
This is what I figured out about Dad, is he always makes trades that don't seem to make sense, but always seem to work out in the end.
Well, I'd like to see this next one work out in the end.
I'd like to see,
He traded Julio for Tevin Coleman and Rashad Penny. Rashad Penny in this last week got 1 or 2 touches, I think, in the entire game. Maybe 3.
Yep.
And Tevin Coleman, you would like to think when Devontae Freeman comes back and is healthy, will be kind of a maybe flex play on some teams. For Julio Jones, which was a first-round draft pick in most leagues. So, Blake, this involved you. So,
Thanks,
So
Dad.
Matt, what do you think about this one?
This was the final blow that kept Dad out of the playoffs. That's all I gotta say. He locked down that Atlanta and Seahawks backfield, though. So.
I'd also like to say this trade, when we started out the season, Blake was last or very close to last in our power rankings. And I think you will see he's moving up quite rapidly thanks to some of these trades.
Come back, baby.
So
Let's just create another powerhouse.
And now he's got a better record than me, which, based on his draft, I think is ridiculous. Anyway, moving on to
Agreed.
losers and poopers. Let's talk about one pooper per losing team. So that is me once again. I played Jack's team, Leonard Tourette's. Who's my pooper, guys?
Kenyon Drake.
Oh yeah, that's easy. Although
definitely
my kicker and defense almost combined, I think, to be a pooper when they got 0.
Yeah, I think Dan Bailey is probably the big pooper too, because I would have thought he was a guaranteed
It's absolutely
top
ridiculous.
5 play.
And Keenan Allen with 5.4 is pretty ridiculous. So just pretty terrible week. I guess when you don't score 100, there's lots of reasons why. So Jack had himself a fine week. He put up 124.2. Moving on to our next matchup, we have Carcinoma versus Tomophilus Flu. Poor Carcinoma is now winless. How does that feel, Matt?
I feel okay. My team is good. I believe in them. I'm coming back. Watch out.
Yeah, I mean, what is the old adage? Anything that happens can happen in reverse. So you could win the next 3 games, Matt.
Right, and I need to floor it while my car is in reverse because I need to catch up to you guys.
So who disappointed you the most this
Why?
week?
So you can head further the opposite direction.
Yeah, who disappointed you the most this week, Matt?
Stephon Diggs, definitely, because, I mean, it was an easy matchup, and he got 4 freaking receptions for 17 yards.
That's pretty. I can't believe
How
the
is
whole
that?
Vikings in general.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm stepping away for a second. This is a recording on Audacity. Keep going.
Anyway,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what happened to the Vikings this week. Actually, I do know. Kirk Cousins happened, and the Bills' defense happened, but Carson Wentz was also disappointing, but he's shaking the rest off.
yeah, I think there may be better days ahead now for Carson Wentz. I'm pretty excited. He could use some better receivers though, so we'll see.
This is true. Nelson Aguilar, though, is just like a fallout of Carson Wentz as well. Like it's it's kind of a trickling effect for everyone else in Philadelphia there.
Yep.
So,
Moving on to our next matchup. Who do we have next, Matt?
it looks like chronic bronchitis, and you see me win.
Yeah, I was very surprised with this game, and
Same.
it was a pretty high-scoring affair. Poor You See Me Win put up 130.5 and lost. And he was
Yeah,
the
that's
third
crazy.
highest scorer of the week. Just happened to go up against one of the 2 people in the league that scored higher than him. That is pretty terrible
Yeah.
luck.
Let's be honest, Matt Ryan scored higher than him.
Scored higher than who?
I'm just kidding. Like, Matt Ryan is the reason Blake
Yes,
won.
pretty much. When you get 40
Definitely.
points from your quarterback, or just anyone really, it's hard to lose.
Also, I'd like to make a caveat that Drew Brees is the reason Dad won.
Oh, yeah.
40.5.
This is true.
That was crazy.
So once again, there's no real poopers for You See Me Win. So
Maybe the Dallas defense. I don't know if I would have
4
played
points.
them this week.
Considering I haven't gotten positive points at 2 out of these 3 weeks from defenses, anytime you get positive points, I think you're doing okay. And he got 4.
Should have picked up the Bears, man.
So, yeah,
Shoulda,
well,
coulda, woulda.
I didn't jump on that like you. I'm not as smart as you, Matt. Looks like our next matchup we have. Ooh, good one. 417 versus Dak to the Future. 417 got his first win. Congratulations, Steven.
Yeet.
That was
I
was very impressive.
I still don't know what that feels like, Steven.
Yeah, that was a good win. I really think his team is coming along, and when he gets people healthy back, I think he's got a good shot long term. So go ahead.
I think Steven's got a great shot as long as his team keeps performing like this with Breda, and hopefully he doesn't start Amari Cooper this week. Hint, hint. Steven, it's never a good idea. Don't do it. Don't try it. But, yeah, he's got a solid team. Back to the future. Tom Brady and Chris Thompson. What in the world?
Yeah, that's a tough decision between who was more disappointing. I did not think Tom
Yeah.
Brady against Detroit would do that. And Chris Thompson had been on fire, too. So,
Yeah. Well, Evan, I feel for you, man. My quarterback didn't perform too well either. And one of my studs didn't perform well either, like Chris Thompson for you. So, feel for you, man.
yeah. Next game we have. I really thought this was going to be close prior
Yeah.
to the Monday night game because Katie had so many people playing on Monday night. It's Bubonic Plague versus Devon's Toe Funchess. And Belbonic Plague just had so many people in that Monday night game. I thought, depending on how it went, Devon's Toe Funches really had a good shot. But then, Mike Evans did his thing, and Juju did his thing, and James Conner did all right, and there was pretty much no hope. So,
Yeah.
poor Jake is the second. He's one of 2 winless teams. I guess you know how that feels, Matt. So who was most disappointing for Devon's Toe Funches? I mean,
Will
Andy
Disley, man.
That's what I was going to say. Everybody did pretty decent except
Guys,
him.
I'm back now.
He felt.
So,
Jake fell into the trap of following the hotness and then having those flames burn him up from the inside out.
well, I mean, it's kind of hard to say not following the hotness after, a person like Mahomes. How are you not going to start him? And Disley was one of the top tight ends. He's still the 10th ranked tight end after putting 1.4 up this week. He's a top 10 tight end still, so pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I don't blame him too much for starting him, but yeah, it was sad to see that. Anyway,
sure.
we got one more matchup, it looks like. 50 Shades of Slay versus Jared Golf Balls. And this was pretty surprising to me also. I don't know if I can't remember what y'all had, but I definitely thought Jared Golf Balls was the team that would win.
I picked 50 Shades, let it be known. So,
Congratulations.
Thank you.
But so who disappointed for Jared Golf Balls? Tyreek Hill with 7.6.
Yeah.
Kind of surprising. I mean,
That's
Latavius
pretty
Murray didn't
bad.
do well, but I expected him actually to do pretty darn well, but he's still, he's Latavius Murray, 8.4, 8.1, whatever. Randall Cobb only got 4.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go with Latavius Murray on this one, even though Randall Cobb and Tyreek Hill got lower scores, because if Dalvin Cook is out, then Latavius Murray is supposed to be like a RB1 high end.
But Tyreek
RB2.
Hill,
Moose, come on.
Tyreek Hill was a wide receiver 2 coming into this week, and he had 7.6.
He was a wide receiver 2? Or
No,
the
number
wide
2
receiver?
overall.
It was the wide receiver.
Yeah, the wide
Yeah,
receiver
that's
2.
true. That's pretty poopy.
Yeah, that sucks. But don't worry, Caleb. This was just a bad week. I think you have many brighter days ahead. I really like his team.
Oh, yeah.
So that wraps up our pooper segment and loser segment. We have some updated power rankings. Let's see. We actually have a tie for number 1 because Blake does not think You See Me Win is even the first or second best team.
It's probably recency bias because I just won against him.
He is tied with the Belbonic Plague for first in the power rankings. Belbonic Plague is still undefeated. And, once again, You See Me Win put up 130 and lost. So that's kind of hard for me to bump him down. I have him first in the power rankings.
Yeah.
What do you think about those two teams, Matt?
Belbonic Plague, as long as Fitzmagic stays in the game and is Fitzmagic, and Juju Smith-Schuster keeps getting targeted like he has been, she's going to be tough to beat for sure.
I agree.
Agreed. Plus the wild card of Bell possibly coming back on another
That
team.
would just frustrate me so much.
Yeah.
Because he could be a monster, and then
Agreed.
she'd still have James Conner as a monster.
Yep. Who you gave up for who again?
Yes,
Tariq
that was
Cohen,
the trade.
who is on the waiver wire.
That was the worst trade of the season.
Oh, and didn't you give her Kenny Stills?
Yeah, he's on. Is he on waivers, or does she still have him?
No, he is, I believe, a wide receiver 2 right now.
Well, that's mostly thanks to week 1. But anyway, so that was first and second, or both firsts. So moving on to third place, we have Leonard's Tourette's, the other undefeated team.
Solid.
Yeah, Blake had him at 5, despite him being undefeated. You want to talk about that, Blake?
No. I mean, honestly, 3 through 5, I feel like are very similar. I don't know. Really, the top 5, you could make a case for any of them, I feel like. So, it's not that I dislike Jack's team at all.
Well, looks like we have a tie for 4th. That is you and I, Blake. So, Matt,
Yep.
You have one person ranked
Who do
above
you
the
like
other.
better?
Tell us why. Why is Blake better than me?
Your rankings say me.
Yes, tell us, Matt.
Okay. You got the solid running backs of Dalvin Cook and
Injured.
Christian McCaffrey, who are going to get
On
volume. What's that?
Injured and on bye.
Okay. Anyway. Yeah, he might lose this week. Anyway, he's got the three solid wide receivers of Julio
Hey, wait.
Jones.
Let me interrupt you there. Wait, which receivers are more solid? My 3 or his 3?
Definitely Kyle.
Definitely Kyle's. My bad. I forgot who his were for a second. Here we go. So you got 3 wide receivers who are... Nah, screw it. They're decently solid, Kyle. I don't care. I don't care what you say. I will not be influenced. Hey, Quincy Enunwa this week outscored Keenan Allen, so what does that tell you?
This is true. And
That means he's better.
Yes.
let's see.
But
Let's
anyway, Kyle, your running backs
Hashtag
are a little
logic.
too volatile right now for me to truly like.
Yeah, I'm really excited about Carry On, and if Fournette would ever play an entire game, that could be exciting. So, I think I have brighter days ahead. I'm not too worried. I'm not taking it too personally.
That's good for
But-
you.
So you have an injured guy. You're making fun of my running backs. You have an injured guy, and then a guy who can't keep Frank Gore off the field.
Well, no, actually, I'm not even sure he's my second best running back anymore. I think I may not start him this
Oh.
week. But yeah,
Carry on, my wayward
just
son.
talking about this week in general, you had Will Fuller outscoring DeAndre Hopkins on the Texans. You had Geronimo Allison outscoring Devontae Adams on the Packers. You had Mike Williams outscoring Keenan Allen on the Chargers. So,
Tyler Boyd
just-
outscoring AJ Green.
exactly. I'm just going to go ahead and throw this week out. Didn't even count.
Sammy
We probably
Watkins
shouldn't.
outscoring Tyreek.
It was pretty satisfying.
We
for
probably
me,
shouldn't even
so
count this
I'm
week.
Gonna not throw it out.
Guys who had wins, they just don't count. Guys who had losses, don't worry about it. Let's just go ahead and cancel that out. I think we can
That sounds
handle that,
good.
right, Commish?
Can we do that for the last 3 weeks?
Yeah, I'm okay. Let's just start fresh. Yeah, good call,
Yeah,
Matt.
let's do it, man.
I'm okay with that. I'm down.
Really, guys, my opinions are the only ones that should matter on this podcast because I'm the only one with a winning record. So
Yes.
just throwing that
I will
out
destroy
there.
The only
you.
one that has been given 2 ridiculous trades. Anyway,
Oh.
our number 6th ranked team. Oh my gosh, we have 0-3 malignant carcinoma.
Yes.
Matt, how does it feel to be a top half team without a win?
Doesn't surprise me.
I think that just shows that we think your team is still solid, and with Wentz coming back, I think you have brighter days ahead.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, it was a tough week. You almost had it. How many points did you lose by?
Like 4. I
Yeah,
just
I
needed
lost by.
1 catch from Antonio Brown for like 30 yards, and that would have been fine.
It would have
Or
been 5 points.
2 catches for 20 yards.
Yeah, I know how you feel. I lost by 3.3 last week.
Yeah,
So
it sucks.
number 7 in our power rankings, 50 Shades of Slay, coming in with the win this week over the Golf Balls. I really like his team. I like the running backs too. He's pretty deep at running back. There's not a lot of teams that are deep at running back, so I think that really separates him from.
Yeah, but
lot of-
is one of his starting running backs, particularly David Johnson? Does that lower your evaluation of him at all?
Well, I think worst case scenario right now he's a RB2. He's 20th ranked, and I think that he may be worst case scenario being healthy. He's an RB2, maybe even high end RB2 worst case scenario, which you can have a pretty solid team with Jordan Howard as an RB1 and David Johnson an RB2. So I still think he's going to be all right long term.
All right.
So let's see here. Moving on to 8, we have the Golf Balls. This was close between 50 Shades of Slay and the Golf Balls for me. Looks like we all have them at 8 though. Why is he so low, guys? I mean, he's 2-1, has Mahomes and Tyreek Hill, and why so low?
When Randall Cobb does good, Jimmy Graham will not, and when Jimmy Graham does good, Randall Cobb will not, because they're
Yeah, that's the
basically
problem for me is overexposure.
I'll tell you why I have him low. Right now, his second best running back is Jamal Williams, who I don't think is the best running back in Green Bay anymore.
Yes, agreed.
right. He's kind of volatile as well.
So thankfully, he's got some pieces that he may be able to move and turn into a running back, and then I will rank him accordingly when he does this. So number 9 in our power rankings, we have Dak to the Future. Took the loss from 417 this week. Any thoughts on his team?
Chris Thompson not getting the targets this week scares me a lot. The Patriots.
I still think
the
as long as
Patriots
he's
still,
healthy, he'll be okay.
yeah,
Go
maybe.
on.
The Patriots still kind of concern me because they seem to have been trending downward the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, but Edelman's coming back. Josh Gordon is there and will presumably be healthy, so Tom Brady's, I think, going to be all right long term.
And Zach Ertz
Yeah.
is right now being challenged by Dallas Goedert.
Yeah, that's just a fluke. I think out of these 16 weeks, Dallas Goedert may have a better week 2, maybe 3 out of, a 16-game season. So
Yeah, we'll see.
I wouldn't
We'll
be
see.
too worried. I still think he may put up points, but I think Ertz is going to be better long term.
I think it's
Sure.
going to be like the 2016 season where Burton comes in and totally destroys, and they're not sure who to go with.
It- So let's see. That was Dak to the Future at number 9. Man, moving up the power rankings. He was last week, and now he's 10th. It's View from the 417 with his first win.
Yeah.
I really think his team has a lot of upside, and he's pretty deep now with all the trades he made. If he could, it's going to be very difficult, but I think I'd like his team even more if he didn't start Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a tough call.
He's got
Such a high draft pick.
He's got a lot of high-end waiver wire wonders. He's just got this team of like ragtag guys who get the job done seemingly on a week-to-week basis. This is only week 3, but right now it's looking good for him.
Yeah, I think he could be a playoff team still for sure.
Yeah.
And then we have, let's see, that was 10 with 417. At our 11th spot, we have Devin's Toe Funches.
Yeah.
Had winless, but, there's maybe brighter days ahead. Odell really hasn't shown what he can do yet, and he now has A.J. Green, who, had a growing injury to this last week, so that kind of hurt. And with Burita banged up, he just picked up Morris
Yeah,
off
it's
of
just
waivers,
growing,
so
man.
Yes. Well, anyway, Morris could be the bell cow. What do you think, Matt, about Alfred Morris in San Francisco?
Right now he's hurt, so is Matt Breida. Alfred Morris seemed to
Dang.
have more serious of an injury. I don't think he's a long-term solution by any means.
I didn't even realize he got injured too.
Yeah.
Man, poor San Francisco. That's awful.
For sure.
Garoppolo, McKinnon, and then Godwin's had his issues, and
Yeah, it's
A good
basically
one.
it's
Gosh.
basically all been like knee issues or just like fluke. It's either a knee thing or just like a fluke injury.
yeah, that's a shame. If I was him, though, Will Fuller's a must start for me.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah, I guess he's gonna have to bench Demarius, and that would be. I guess that's probably pretty hard to do for him,
Yeah, probably.
but I would do it. Anyway, last on our rankings, we have the team that made 2 trades we didn't so much like. Team Tomophilus flew. He was kind of a unanimous 12th place, sadly.
Yep.
So Matt, why is he last in the power rankings?
Just lack of talent. Can I say that on his roster?
I guess so.
I mean, I'm not bashing Sammy or anything, but he's gonna have a few good games here and there, and then he's gonna disappear for a couple of weeks. And those few weeks that he disappears are gonna end up knocking Dad out of the playoffs. I don't know. Julio Jones just brings about this consistency and this I don't think I have to qualify him at all.
I don't know if consistency is the right word.
I think he's not not in a good place right now.
Yeah, I mean the running back situation is a little sketchy, and we'll see. Thankfully, he's still got Drew Brees, who's putting up ridiculous numbers every week.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
that should keep him in games for sure.
Yeah, I hate that.
And the Vikings defense, I would like to think will have better days ahead.
We will see.
Although them Bills, man, that's a tough team.
They seem to be.
So, let's look back at our predictions last week. I think I literally only got 1 game right last week. And Matt, I think you only got 2 out of 5.
Really?
Yeah. I think you were 1 behind me last week.
I think I picked Katie to win, right? Which one was surprise? Oh, I picked Blake to win. That was a surprise.
So, so now we're tied with 8 correct. We're slightly better than 50%. Blake has 6 correct picks, and but his percentage is a little bit better than ours.
Yeah.
So let's look at our week 3 matchups. We can go in the order of that I will call out, I guess.
Yeah, go for it.
Let's see. Week 4 here. I'm playing you, Matt. Oh my goodness.
I think I'm gonna win.
Tough one. Yeah, you're gonna really win.
Yeah, I'm gonna really win.
Think so?
But no, Kyle.
Let's see. Who did Blake?
If I had to pick, I would pick you still.
Blake has me, so that makes me feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. If I get more than 0 from my kicker and defense, and Leonard Fournette actually plays a game, then I could actually win. If not, I think you got a good shot. So, let's see. Blake plays your dad, Bronchitis versus Tomophilus flu.
Yep.
What do you think about that one?
Bronchitis. I think Julio Jones is going to have a revenge game against Team Tomophilus flu.
He knows that he's going up against him.
He knows he was dropped, and he's just heartbroken.
This is interesting. He's got Vikings play the Rams this upcoming week. Tomophilus flu has Vikings D against the Rams, and Bronchitis has Rams D against the Vikings.
This will be interesting.
That's interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess I need to make my pick. Is it even possible to pick against Bronchitis? I don't know if I can. But, I forgot. Christian McCaffrey's on his bye week.
Ooh.
You know what? I'm doing it. I'm taking Tomophilus flu.
Hot take.
Yeah, exactly. Let's move on to the next one. Let's see, what do we got here?
Leonard's Tourette's versus You See Me Win.
Let's do that, yeah. Who do you like in this one? This is a good matchup.
It really is.
Leonard's Tourette's undefeated. You See Me Win 2-1, with his only loss coming when he put up 130.
Yeah, it all depends on who he decides to put in his starting lineup. I know who I would pick, but
the only thing I don't like about Jack's team is his flex spot.
Right. Yeah, because...
And he doesn't have a lot of depth.
Yeah.
But other than that, his team is amazing, and Carlos Hyde is going to be a monster.
He really is, yeah.
Sadly. Probably for the rest of the year. So...
Yeah,
Man, this is going to be a tough one.
If Jack trades with me and improves his flex, then I have
You can trade with me, Jack.
Leonard's Tourette's.
I have.
Calling my shot.
I'm gonna take Melvin Gordon at San Francisco, Hopkins at Indianapolis. I'm going with you see me win.
All right.
I think he's the better team.
And Blake also has
Next
you see me
matchup.
win.
Oh, he does. Did we give his for the last one against Timopoulos
Yeah.
Blue? No, he didn't need to pick that. That's his. So Devon's Toe Funchess and 417. Oh my goodness. 417 could be 2-2, or Devon's Toe Funchess could get his first win. Who do you like in this matchup?
I'm going with the View from the 417. As long as, obviously he picks up a tight end.
Yeah, let's see. Devon's Toe Funchess needs a quarterback. Cam Newton's on bye. And, man, that running back position's still scary.
Yeah.
But he's got Odell and A.J. Green. Man, I'm actually going to pick Devon's Toe Funchess to get his first win.
Oh, gosh.
So we're very different on this
Yeah.
one. Let's see. Blake had...
417.
Wow. Interesting.
We're on the same page.
Yeah. Let's see. Next matchup. Dak to the Future and 50 Shades of Slay. I think Blake had Dak to the Future, which is kind of a hot take. 50 Shades of Slay is 2-1. Pretty solid team. He's got Evan Ingram, who is out. Who do you like in this matchup,
Oh,
Matt?
gosh. I'm going with 50 Shades. That Adam Thielen, Marvin Jones combo is deadly. And, as bad as David Johnson has been, he and Jordan Howard can get as many, if not more, points than Ezekiel Elliott and LaShawn McCoy.
I'm actually going to take Dak to the Future with Blake also. I do like Adam Thielen, but he's playing the Rams. And I'd like their corners are banged up, but I'd like to think one of them, well, actually Talib is definitely not playing, but Peters could. So actually, Peters would probably be on Diggs anyway. Yeah, that's a tough call. I'm still going to take
Do they
Dak.
do shadow coverage?
I think yeah, they do, but but Diggs is on the outside. Thielen plays a slot a lot, so I think they'd follow Diggs around.
Yeah, maybe.
I just think Jarvis with Baker's first game is going to be amazing. And Emmanuel Sanders at Kansas City with that putrid defense, I think a lot of points are going to be put up. So it looks like we got one more, Belbonic Plague versus Jared Golf Balls.
Belbonic Plague.
Man, these are powerhouse teams too. 3-0 versus a 2-1 Golf Balls.
Yeah.
I'm going to take, man, if he could get a better running back. I'm actually going to take Golf Balls. Man, we're very different this week. Very different indeed.
Hey, you got to make those. Oh gosh, I forgot what I was.
Yeah,
You got to make those, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just make those.
Make those.
Got to make those things. Yep. For the record, Blake has Belbonic Plague, so he is on your side. I think. Didn't you pick Belbonic Plague?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, you did. Anyway, I think that sums it up for us. Any last words, Matt?
You got to make those contrarian plays. That's what I was trying to say.
Oh yes, big
I
word
just
usage.
I can't do verbiage.
Yes. I think that sums it up. Let's see. Do we want to? Are there any people you want people to spend a lot of money on, Matt, on waivers?
You guys better outbid me on Tyler Boyd. I'm spending like $50 this week, so.
Oh
Yeah.
Not as much as I'm spending on him.
On him.
No, screw that. I want Calvin Ridley with his 3 touchdowns last week. I'm going in $49, which is what I have left. So a $50 bid's going to have
No
to
way.
win it.
AG Green tore his groin. He tore it.
I don't think
he tore it. Yeah,
No.
trust me.
Plus it's growing,
Yeah,
so it keeps
this is
growing. It'll grow back.
This is a report from Adam Schnefter.
That's
Yeah.
interesting. I feel like I've heard of him before.
And Kian
Well,
Tapaport.
yes. Well, that's it for us, guys. I
I
hope you
will
enjoyed
crush
it.
you.
Good luck next week. Oh, not a chance.
All right, everybody.
Well, that's it for us. Good luck and goodbye.
Adios.